my amazing artist friends. Today we are going to work on making some characters from the book that we read called Mixed by Arree Chung. So hopefully you guys had a chance to check out the video. I did link it in your Google Classroom. And now I'm going to show you how to make some characters from the book. Okay, I'm going to move my camera down to the paper so you have a better view. Okay, I'm going to be drawing with a black marker so that you can see it. You guys should probably start your drawing with a pencil if you have one. That way if you mess it up, you can erase it, right? And then we're going to be adding some colors when we're finished. So you will need, once we start, a few either crayons or colored pencils so that you can add color to your work when you're done. So I'm going to move the camera down to my paper so you have a really good view. And we're going to be starting with a circular shape. So somewhere in the middle of your paper, you're going to make a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even really need to be a circle. Mine's kind of more ovally. Okay, and then on either side, I'm going to add a second circle, right? So I'm going to add one here and one here. Okay, so I have 3 circles or ovally shapes next to each other. Okay, then I'm going to decide, actually first I'm going to add some legs, right? So 2 straight lines, just like we learned about last week. Each one of these is going to become a character in my story here. Okay, at the bottom of their feet, I'm going to add some smaller circles. Okay, I'm following sort of the basic design of the characters from the book. Okay, maybe some arms. And in the book, they have sort of these stick fingers. So I'm going to add a couple stick fingers to each of my characters. And again, these are choices. If you decide you don't want yours to look like the ones in the book, that's fine. And at the end of those stick fingers, guess what? More circles. Okay, lots of circles in the characters from this book. Okay, last week we used lots of rectangles. Today we're going to use lots of circles. So now I have sort of my basic characters, right? And then I get to make some choices about giving them a personality, right? We don't just want to make 2 dots and a happy face, right? I really want to think about what I can add to make these characters sort of more interesting, right? So maybe I'm going to add some circle eyes here. Maybe this guy's gonna, oh, maybe I'll just add his smile. Maybe I'll add open mouth. Right, so you can think about what sorts of facial expressions or characters you want to add in your book. Character here. Maybe I'll make him really happy. Okay, and in the book, they had these sort of circle noses. So I'm going to add some of those too. And again, choices, right? You don't have to make yours look like mine. Now I need to add some things that are going to make him or her or them look more sort of unique, right? So maybe I'll add a hat or some hair, right? Maybe this guy I'll add hat. Or some hair. Or a bow. Okay. Now I have my basic characters, right? And I can also add things to my background. I can add, there's lots of other things I can add. Before I do that, I'm just going to show you how to color, right? We were talking a lot about primary colors in this book and how you mix them to get other colors. So I'm going to start with my primary colors, right? Red, blue, and yellow. And I'm going to choose 2 of those colors. So let's say I choose blue and yellow. Okay, the characters on the outside are going to be my primary colors. Right, so I'm going to color 1 yellow and 1 blue. Now you could do a yellow and a red, or you could do a red and a blue. Right, this is your chance to show Mrs. Wick that you know how to mix colors. Normally when we're in Mrs. Wick's art room, we use paint to do this because paint is a medium that we can mix and we can really see the colors changing. Right, it's a little harder when we are using crayons or colored pencils because those tools don't mix quite as easily, but I will show you that you can actually mix them. So here's my characters, right? Maybe I'll even color these. And you don't have to, you know, you can add your accessories with different colors or however you choose to do that. I'm just gonna finish up my character here. Okay, and then once I'm done, I'm gonna think about this middle character, right? If this character and this character combine together, okay, I'm gonna get the color that's in the center. Now you can do that two ways. If you know what color that makes, right, Mrs. Wick is an art teacher. I'm pretty confident in my color mixing knowledge. I know that blue and yellow make green, right? So if I know that, I can just use the green and I can color in this character. But if I didn't have the green or I wasn't sure what would happen if I mixed them, I could also do a light layer of blue and go over it with my yellow. Okay, and if I do that, you can see it is making a greenish color here for me. Now you may not love that color, but it is a good sort of indicator of what happens when you mix colors, right? So when I mix blue and yellow, I get green. Now, once I finish that, I'm going to use the rest of my art time today to think about the space around him. Maybe I'm going to add a city, right? In the story, they talked about how when they mixed, right, they had to make a new place to live because the old towns of Redville and Yellow City, they didn't have a place for these mixed colors. So maybe I'll make a new city. Right, and you don't have to do yours like mine. You can add whatever sort of space you want, right? Maybe you'll think about what sort of a space you would like for your characters to live in, right? And while we're doing this, we can also sort of think about this in terms of, you know, people, right? How the world is a better place when we all find a way to live together. Instead of keeping ourselves separate, right? So maybe I make some more buildings, or maybe there's a house back here, or some mountains, or whatever I want to add to my background, right? Maybe they live in a really cold place. So however you choose to do this picture, right? The choice is up to you. You are the artist, right? And you get to decide. I can't wait to see what you make. Happy creating, friends.